Greetings, YouTube. You are seeing a picture of something that looks like any normal placement picture if you were to join Alliance War and no one had placed yet, right? This is something that pretty much anybody has seen at some point. The difference, though, between what you normally see and what you see in this picture is that placement has already ended and the attack phase has begun, and yet this is the image that one Alliance member sent to me because the last two Platinum Alliance wars that he has been in, this is the defense that he has to beat. It might as well be a Taylor Swift defense because there are a lot of blank spaces on this board. You know, I was asked last Alliance war what someone should do to lower their rating to make their opponents easier. And I immediately blocked the person who asked me this in the lineup because I am not going to spend my time helping you figure out how you can tank your in between Alliance War seasons in order to do better in the next season. That's ridiculous and unethical. But even so, I still received screenshots from people who faced a lot of 1 and 2-star Alliance War defenses, and that was their solution to essentially lowering their rating as much as possible so that they would not face the toughest opponents and do much better once the season started. Essentially, you're sandbagging. It reminds me in college when I used to run in like the basketball C League, and there'd be a bunch of like frat dudes who should have been in the A League and ex athletes who were still playing down in the C League just so they could beat like your average Joe team by 55. This is kind of what that is, only of course it's a mobile game, and this is Alliance War. So since Kabam put out a statement that they would be monitoring more heavily top tier alliances who choose to use their worst champions on defense, the solution, I guess, is just to put no champions on defense. And it was pretty amazing to see this defense not exist. And I don't know if the reason why people are doing it is simply because they don't want Kabam to catch them. I don't know if their internet servers are built for monitoring alliance wars that just don't play defense. It is an interesting idea because not only are you tanking, but you're also still getting some rewards because, of course, even when you lose, like if you're in Platinum, you might be getting guaranteed 5-star and 6-star shards for doing nothing. You're not sacrificing any boosts, any items, or even any time, and you're still getting something back. And you're just choosing to not participate and essentially handing the other alliance the win. And what you're doing is you're also making it to where the people who are not doing this and who are playing fairly and ethically in the Platinum alliances in this case are actually positioned to get harder matchups than you when Alliance War season starts because their rating is going up while your rating is going down. And I would imagine there are some people in the Platinum alliances who see this and think, well, this is not fair at all, which is why I was sent the screenshot in the first place. But maybe you're someone else who thinks, oh, I don't see anything wrong with it. Just take your free rewards and shut up, essentially. I just know that if I was an alliance that intentionally got max rewards just so that I could have harder matchups when the seasons actually start and there are a lot more stakes on the line, I wouldn't be very happy. So that's my personal preference, but I'm also very thankful. I'm in Gold 1 and don't have to worry about the politics of Master and Platinum alliances that just seem to get even more political now that we have the changes to Alliance War set for Season 5 with those new buffs, including the female champions and bleed immunity. So, as always, this really doesn't affect me. I'm more of just asking for those of you, especially Platinum Alliances, do you think there's anything wrong with this? Do you think there's a problem, or are you simply thinking, well, if that's what they want to do, whatever. I'll take the free maxed 5 and 6-star shards, which are probably what about 700-800 shards per alliance war that are just given to you, and I'm confident in my alliance enough to where when we actually have the season start and the real matchup start, we'll still do well. I can see both sides, I suppose, but personally, I think it's quite shady and unethical, and it really annoys me when I get messages from people asking for suggestions on how they can get around the system just to have easier matchups in War. That's the kind of unintended consequence that Alliance War Seasons has brought to the game, and I am not a fan, and yet that's the world we live in. So let me know what you think. Alliance Wars with literally 0 defenders.